I didn't realize till now that the series is called Clamshell Corner. And I'm in a literal corner. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm the Monkey Something Sensei, and welcome to another episode of the Clamshell Corner, the show where I show you my favorite clamshell design boxes of CDs and vinyl. So before I get started, what constitutes as a clamshell box design? This is a clamshell. This is a clamshell. This is not a clamshell. Today we're going to be talking about another band that really hit it big in the 90s. A band I talked about in my last vinyl haul video, actually. And that's going to be Green Day, Nimrod 25th Anniversary Edition. This is the 5 CD, I believe, package. So again, beautiful clamshell design. This is off their 1997 album, Nimrod, my personal favorite release of the band. Now this came in a few variants. You can get the 5 LP version, or you can get the 3 CD version like I have right here. This album features such classics like Nice Guys Finish Last, Good Riddance, Prosthetic Head, Scattered, The Grouch, Hitchin' a Ride, the first single from this album, just stacked and stacked with classics. And being that this album has 18 tracks, the most tracks of any Green Day release, at least up to this point, this makes for one of Green Day's most varied and eclectic listens ever. I really love the simple design of this box. It's just a black clamshell box. There's a spine when you hang it up on your shelf. The backing, it has all the track listing and the details, and it has the 3 photos of the guys from the original album cover, which I'll post right here. And I remember back in my high school days really discovering this band and really enjoying their music. But this was one album that really stood out to me because of its eclecticism and varied track listing. It's just one of those albums where every song is different. And you'd think with an album with 18 tracks that there'd be some kind of filler. But no, Green Day miraculously were able to pull off an album of all killer, no filler at almost 20 tracks. So opening it up, it looks like this. Now I did take the hype sticker off and I put it in the little black background box. Black background box. Try saying that 3 times fast. Show the patch off first. The most superfluous item in the package. It's cool though. I mean, if you want to patch it on your shirt or whatever. Backstage pass is cool, I guess. Yeah, that's always nice. But when I buy these kind of box sets, I buy them for the music more than anything. Everything else is just a bonus or just an excuse to raise the price. So right off the bat, we get the original album, remastered, 2022 edition. I don't think it's much different than the one that came out in 2020, I believe, on the vinyl, the yellow vinyl and the black vinyl release. I had that for a while. I don't have it anymore. I plan on getting that in the future, though. Has that kind of Japanese gatefold-esque sort of thing that they do down there. I like the design. You got the guys wrapped up in duct tape. They look very distraught, as you can see. And then you get a bunch of lyrics that are scratched out. Weirdly enough, instead of getting more music, we get the book itself. Now, this is the disadvantage of having the clamshell CD box set. There's the big elephant in the room. You don't get that nice, big 12-inch book as you do with the vinyl box set. But I chose to go with the CD box set, A, because I feel like Green Day are more of a CD band that came out in the 90s, the prevalent age of the compact disc for a lot of people, including myself, even going way into the 2000s, me buying American Idiot and Dookie and 21st Century Breakdown and all these albums on CD. I wasn't interested in vinyl. Hell, I didn't even know vinyl was really coming back at that point. I was still in high school. That's how far back I go with this band. So yeah, Green Day to me more of a CD band. Obviously, I have shown off some of their albums on vinyl before, and I will buy their stuff on vinyl 100%. But to me, Green Day are a CD band. And so I picked up the CD box set. And not to mention the price of the vinyl box is almost twice how much this costs. So I was like, no thanks. I'll get the CD box set. When I eventually get the Dookie one, I'm also going to get that on CD too. I'm not going to bother getting the vinyl for that unless it's like half off or whatever, Black Friday, tax-free weekend, what have you. But yes, CD edition, small book. But what I do like is they have vibrant photos in here. Nonetheless, it still looks great. The print is still amazing. You know what's funny about this picture though? Look at Trey. It doesn't look like he's in the photo. I've always wondered about that. Can someone tell me, is Trey in prison here? Because if you look, it looks like the 2 guys are together. But then you see Trey in the background like he's, like taking a mugshot. So I wonder, was he in jail when they did this? That's like an alleged thing I'm thinking of right now. Like, I saw this back in 2009 when I first bought this album on CD, and I was thinking, is he in prison? You know, like it's crazy to me. Like, I wonder if there's an actual story behind this, or if it's just because he's just way in the background. He happened to be wearing an orange kind of collared shirt. Who knows? Again, more lyrics. Don't worry, we're not doing that again. That shit got old pretty fast. But I will say these lyrics are kind of hard to read because of all the scratched out marks and everything. So that's one thing I will knock a point for is lyrics. You can't read them, man. Like, some of these you can kind of read, but even then, it's like, yeah, I hope you know all the words to Jinx, because you ain't gonna be able to read them unless you look them up online or on Spotify. And you get the demos, which this is really where the meat and potatoes of the box set is. All the demos. So you get demos of Nice Guys Finish Last, Place Inside My Head's a great Mike Dirnt sung vocal track. The Grouch, Walking Alone's great. Jinx, Allison, their demo-ish cover of Elvis Costello's Allison. It's just Billy Joe and an acoustic guitar, and it's just so beautiful. It adds a more somber tone to the song that already had enough somberness to begin with, but with it being stripped back and just Billy and an acoustic guitar, it just sounds so personal. And then you get Espionage, which would end up being on the Shenanigans compilation. Pretty good instrumental. You Irritate Me with the first little demo tease we got from this compilation on Spotify. It's the first thing they released, and it's pretty good. It's a demo, so I don't think it would have really fit too well on this. I think it's more of just a blueprint of what they want the album to sound like. Just a little messing around kind of jam. But it's cool. Trey Polka, whatever. When It's Time, again, another great early Green Day deep cut that I really like. This song first got released as like this big blown studio version on the American Idiot Broadway show soundtrack, but it was buried 20 tracks deep at the very end of that. So you had to buy the whole CD, just listen to the damn thing, and most people didn't want to do that. Funny enough, this song would again be released, but even more of a demo version on the Dookie box set, which when we get to that one, that's going to be even more important. So, and then, the last couple pages here, we get Live at the Electric Factory, Philadelphia, November 1997. And the track listing for this is stacked. And one thing I love about this version of Green Day, that they're still in their prime live. They're able to play these songs, the old stuff and the new stuff, with such efficiency. So it's faster, it's aggressive, but you're still getting that great sounding live material that you'd be getting in the future. So it's a great balance here. If you buy the vinyl edition of this, they put Brain Stew at the end of side 2, and then the second LP has Jaded started off. And a lot of Green Day fans don't know why they did that, because those two songs, as many Green Day fans know, they just go together. Like Peanut Butter and Jelly, you play them back to back all the time. Radio does it, they're on the album that way. Don't know why they changed it. But on the CD, you don't have to worry about that. So there, 1 point for the CD. The fact that they play a lot of deeper cuts that they wouldn't play after this from the Nimrod album itself, such as like The Grouch and, let's see, Scattered, they wouldn't play that very much. Prosthetic Head, those songs wouldn't survive the set list much later than this album. So it's nice that we got those songs played live while they had the chance. And you get some generic album credits, a reprise of the photo you see in the gatefold, and then a very, very yellowy, saturated version of the back cover of the CD. So here we have the demos. This is just in a single CD sleeve. Oh, CD's falling out. The CD doesn't really look that much. Don't look that special. It's not anything crazy. It's pretty much just a reprise of the original album, but I'll show that off. I didn't even show the original album what it looked like, but it pretty much looks like that. Here. Before I forget, because I know. If only just for me, I don't want to forget. So, another strange thing, the CD comes from the back, like from this part. Doesn't come from here, like it should. It comes from the middle portion. And I think having the yellow there kind of signifies that, like, hey, dummy, pull it from the middle, not the side. You're also going to break your CD jacket. Now, one thing I don't like about these, the fact that there's no CD protection. There's no inner sleeve for the CD. Now, you can buy inner sleeves for CDs, and I think that's something I might have to invest in the future, because if you're not careful, these things will just scratch the hell out of your CD, John Wick style. But there's the CD, Nimrod again. Beautiful, iconic yellow and black coloring. I love it. One trick I do have, if you are a new CD owner, tuck in tuck in the side like that, and then you can kind of slowly slide it out with your hand. And then if you have to clean it, just use a microfiber cloth lightly on the outside, and that should clean it up quite nicely, like you never took it out to begin with. And then finally we get what I'd say is really the crux of this whole entire package, the live material. Live at the Electric Factory, 1997. I think this is peak early live Green Day. This sounds absolutely fantastic, and they just rip through this entire set list. And you get a lot of songs in here, like I said earlier. One of my favorites being the version of 2,000 Light Years Away on here, and I love Welcome to Paradise, Speedy. Geek Sting Breath is great. I love how they make that even faster. Hitching a Ride, like, because you don't have a lot of that studio stuff, so it's just straight up punk, so you hear a little bit heavier-ish renditions of the songs here. And the back's also really cool. You got outtake photos of the guys live. Just great stuff. That's gonna do it, guys, for episode 2 of Clamshell Corner on Green Day's Nimrod 25th Anniversary Edition 3 CD package. If you guys liked it, make sure to hit thumbs up on the video. It always helps the channel out. Make sure to swing on over to that subscribe button to join our Musical Monk family. Slap that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video to the channel. Don't forget to listen to Rush. And for all my fellow monks out there, don't forget to keep spinning those discs. Okay, I'm going to do that again. This is not a clamshell. I'm going to keep these into them. This is going into bloopers.